Alrighty. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. Let's start. Let's just start standing and breathing. Inhale, open up, feel the space around you, and then exhale. Let go of anything extra that you're holding on to, any extra tension, any stress, anything that you can let go of. Inhale, open, reach it out and up and lift. And then exhale, think letting go, letting go, letting go. Coming in for a landing on the earth. Inhale, open and lift. And exhale, let your arms just drop down. Inhale, open, reaching up to the heavens. And then exhale, coming back down to the planet Earth. Inhale, open and lift, reach it up. And then exhale, this will just shake it out. Shake and bounce. If you can like try to get your tissue in your body to bounce around like Jello so that we're giving it some more dimensionality and resilience with the bounce. Shake, shake, shake. Let it go. Let go, let go. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Maybe make some sound. Just getting a bounce, a rhythm into your body for a second or a minute or 30 seconds or however long. And then come in and let's just turn our heads from side to side. So looking from one side to the other, seeing what's around you, taking in your environment, giving your nervous system the information that you are safe enough to let go of some tension. And then we're going to come in and just your eyes from side to side. So eyes going side to side, looking one way, looking the other way. And then up and down, looking up and down. And then diagonals. So I'm going to go high right to low left a few times, and then high left to low right. And then you're going to make it like a box. So you're going to go to one corner, to the other corner, low corner, low corner. High corner, low corner, low corner. High corner, low corner, low corner. And change direction, which is the other direction. High corner, low corner, high corner. I don't know. Go around in a square. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And come in and let your eyes retreat back into your head. So close your eyes and imagine the backspace of your eyeball, the volume of your eyeball, and let it move sort of back. Even your head might move back just a little bit. And then circles, easy circles, circling around, looking around. One direction a couple of times, and then go the other direction. And then rub your hands together and just take the palm of your hand, cup your eyes. Taking a couple of breaths there. Feeling into the volume of your eyeball. And if it feels good, like you want your eyes to move around in this, you can move them around, or you can just keep them still, whatever feels good to you. And then release that, let it go. And let's do another thing here, head oriented, rubbing your hands together. And then 10 little dragons running through the forest, just waking up your scalp, right where your hair follicles are. If you have hair, maybe you don't, but getting some movement between the skin of your scalp and your cranium so that it's not just stuck together, but there's movement in there. Find a pressure level in your hands that feels good to you, right? Maybe it's soft and gentle, maybe in the tempo. Are you going slow, fast? Notice what feels good for your body. Shake that out, shake it out, shake it out. Big breathing. And then let's twist, spiraling, looking around behind you. See what's back there. but feeling your weight really in the center. So I'm not weight shifting right now. I'm just right up the middle. Feeling the twist in my gut body. I can feel it in my stomach. And I'm not trying to squish anything in or make myself smaller or bigger. I'm just being exactly the size I am. There is a natural growing and shrinking with the breath that happens. Good. And then coming in, let's circle the shoulders, big circles. Letting that move through your rib cage, lungs, and heart. Your spine also may be moving a little bit. Scapula sliding around on your back. And then change direction, up and over. And then let's just circle the wrists, circling out, and then add that into the elbow. So there's this kind of little window washing circle going on. And then let's do one arm and then the other. So full circle, kind of in the front plane. So this is basically a vertical plane circle with the arm. And then we're going to change it, big circles going in. Elbows together, you can do your hands at the same time, or elbows to your side, circling in. And then hands circling in. This one feels weird. Keeping your arm to your side. Good, and release that, shake it out. Let's just do a quick twist, spiral, swinging the arms, bending and straightening. Freedom and free flow in the arms. Let them swing. Let go of tension in your shoulders, neck, and head. And then let's do just deeper twist, elbow to knee. So cross-body movement again. Our nervous system loves the cross-body movement. It is what we do when we're walking or running, some forms of swimming. It can be there in bicycling, but sometimes that's a little bit more still. Your torso is usually not moving that much. But sometimes it is really working like the stability in your body to bike, but it's not quite the same as walking and running. And then come in, circles with your pelvis. Big circles, lubricating up your hip sockets. Letting your feet move around on the floor. So you're not locking up your feet, but you're letting them move around as these circles go through your body. Change direction, other way. Hips, knees, ankles, feet. Good. And then I want to do just another big cross-body movement, contralateral movement, big weight shift from side to side. See if you can touch your foot. And I'm pushing off and pointing my foot as it comes up. And then same thing in the back. Reaching in that high diagonal. Big weight shift from side to side. Good. And then one more thing standing, and then we'll come down to the floor. So here I am on my two carpets, right? Surfing the carpets on the mat. Knees over your toes, take it down, push the floor away, and come up. Feet not super turned out, but something you can manage. Feeling that rotation from your hips through your knees, out through your feet. External spiral. One more. And then interlace your hands up over your head. Push up through the heels of your hands, side, side. I could back up and be in frame. Letting your, this carpet is sliding around on the floor. Letting your shoulder blades move on your back. Let's try this with a couple of different breaths. So let's take a deep breath in and then exhale. Inhale up. Exhale over. In through your nose. out through your mouth or out through your nose. And then we're going to change it. We're going to inhale as we go down. So exhale everything out. Inhale as you go into the side stretch. And then exhale as you come up. Inhale into the side stretch. Exhale as you come up. Inhale, big breath into the lungs. Exhale, up. One more. Inhale. Exhale, up. I keep saying one more thing. Now, one more thing. We're going to internally rotate and externally rotate. So standing cat-cow. Internal rotation, external rotation. My hips and my arms are both doing my shoulders, my arms, my legs. Internal, external rotation with this cat-cow spiral. Cat-cow spiral. Cat-cow arching curl. Sorry. Good, and relax it. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let's take it down to the floor, coming all the way down, coming in for a landing on the ground. This is probably going to drive me crazy having these two carpets. There we go. All right. Coming down to the floor, let yourself land on the earth, right? Give your weight to the ground. So you don't have to hold anything up and away. You can just melt and soften into the gravitational pull of the earth. Big breathing into your body. Letting the water of your body settle down towards the earth. And then just gently rolling from side to side. So rolling onto one side and then rolling onto the other side. Side, side. Letting your body relax as much as possible as you pour yourself from side to side. Pouring your body across the floor. Giving into gravity. Nothing to pick up, right? Nothing to hold away from the ground. Just let yourself melt into the earth. Melt into Gaia. Melt into the living planet that we are intrinsically related to. Born of this earth. And then coming back into center. And let's go with just the lower body spiraling. So going one way and the other. You can turn your head away from your legs. Reach a little further across. And then come back in. And let's lift our pelvis up. So feet on the floor, pelvis lifted, circles with your hips, opening the front of your hip flexors, warming up your back. Letting your head move as your pelvis is moving. So it may just want to do something, let that happen. And if it doesn't feel like it wants to do anything, that's fine too. Change direction. So I'm thinking, as I'm here doing this, about sort of the rhythms of our lives and how much stability we need and how much like activity and change and flow and mobility we need. And bring it in and roll it down. Why am I thinking about this? I'm thinking about this because I've been involved in so many different projects in the past few years. And it can be very destabilizing to be going all over the place from this to that. Also, it might be something that makes you thrive, right? So, and it can be the same deep breath in, exhale, push up. You may thrive under one circumstance and then not in another of a similar situation, right? So it's like always something to look at. Like, how is the flow of my life working for me or against me? Like, how much am I saying yes to too many things, or do I say no to too many things, or should I be doing this or should I be doing that? Like, I don't know. I think if you have a very stable life, often like where you're doing the same thing all the time, maybe you're not questioning it all the time. I do feel like, I don't know, one of the things that I started doing at a very young age was questioning everything. So I'm always like, how is this going? How do I feel about this? Is this working? Like maybe too much thinking. But at the same time, if we don't discern what's going on in our life, how do we know? Hands on our knees, circles with your legs, lubricating up your hip sockets. So I'm just talking and just putting this stuff out there to think about, right? Change direction. I had a job when I was, I don't know, in my early 20s, like maybe 21. I had a job working in an office in a factory that made dancewear in the Bronx. And it was like an office job. And I only was there half the day, but it was like office job working on a computer. And I was like, I can't do this. This is like, it's just too much sitting and too much stillness. And it's in an office and it's like, I can't. So it kind of made me clear in my early life that I did not want an office job. Circles with your legs, as big or small as feels good to you. So most of my life has been making art, making work, doing shows, teaching movement in various formats, from dance to fitness to somatics to Laban, Martenieff. Change direction, other way. Flex your feet. Reach out through your heels. This is my little biography of the moment that I'm just telling you, just to think about. Like, I think sometimes people don't spend a lot of time thinking about the choices that they are making. So life sort of just happens to them, or they make choices because someone else thinks they should do that, or it just, how does life happen to us? How do we skillfully maneuver the choices we're making? Open your feet wide and internally rotate one leg at a time. Not getting stuck in ourselves, right? Stuck in the way that we're thinking, or stuck in what we are doing, or how we perceive the world. Take it down, cross your ankle over your knee, and just breathe into it. I can't tell you how many times in my life I felt like I'm on a path, and I sometimes feel like I really just need to stay the course on this path, which might be a relationship or something like that. Stay the course until it's over, right? I'm going to finish this thing out, and then whatever the next thing is, go on. And sometimes you get ejected from things, right? Like, oh, this relationship has ended, or this job, or this thing. Like sometimes it's like, whoop, out into the world again. But also what I want to say about this, like doing a show or doing something that you've worked on a lot, like when it's over, it's like, oh, there's sort of this like vacuumy thing in your life. Like, what is next? Which sometimes feels good and sometimes feels bad. I remember one time I had just finished a show that had really been amazing for me to do. It was my favorite, like one of my favorite shows that I ever made. It was called Whistle Me Higher: Imaginary Dances from Bingo Palace. And I did this show. Or was it that? I don't know. Maybe it was a different show. I don't know. And it was over, and I was like, all my dancers, everybody, we had a party, like everybody then went home to their partners, and I went home alone. And I was like, oh, I am here now by myself. And the thing that the birthing process of doing this show is over. And now here I am. Pelvis up. Interlace your hands behind your head or behind your butt. And let's inhale, knees open, exhale, knees closed. Other times, like a show has been over and like it's like, oh, on to the next thing, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But it is like a whole process. So I guess what I'm talking about is like the emotional relationship we have with the things that we're doing or the people that we're working with. I'm just kind of talking around stuff because I don't really know. Let's open it up and roll it down through our spines. And then take a heel rock. Let your head, neck, and shoulders relax. And then let's do one leg at a time. One leg up, one leg out. So regular old Pilates, this is a single leg stretch, one coming in, one leg coming out, but then we're gonna change it. After 3, we're gonna flex and circle the legs out and bring it down. Goes 1, 2, 3, circle it out. And actually, like I am going to do another little performance this weekend in New York City. It's just a little thing, this eco pageant that we've been doing with Earth celebrations for many years now. So it's me and a few dancers, and we're gonna revive the Adam Ant music song that we did for Sinterklaas. But I wonder, like, I think often in dance, you're never doing a show. If let me say that differently. Often you're doing a show that has a very short run, and then you're on to the next thing, or that has been my experience. What is it like to do the same show over and over for 6 months? I think I probably would get really bored with it, but maybe the show has a chance to evolve. All right, let's roll from side to side. Open it up. Like these shows that run on Broadway, like what was it? The Fantastics had like the longest run ever, or Phantom of the Opera. And I know dancers who were in Phantom of the Opera. I guess the question is, how much novelty do we need and how much stability? How much opening into new things and how much comfort in repetition? Like in many ways, our body really loves to do the same things, right? To consistently go to bed at the same time, to consistently wake up at the same time. But with food, it's healthy for us to eat a variety of food, right? So there's different ways that these things land in our body, and every day is different. Like it's not like the answer is always the same. So it's this constant adjustment to each moment, and it's not always going to be the same. Let's come onto our side. So you're going to come onto your side, and you're going to, how do I want to do this? Let's take the bottom leg, bend it, top arm forward, just coming in and out, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, keep going. 11, reach into the back space with your leg. 12, 13, 14, 15, roll it over. Same thing on the other side. Bend your knee. 1, 2, 3, reach far behind you. 4, find this diagonal. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and come onto your back. And I think that's something that we miss generally often as a culture, although we make the culture, is the chance to really process things, to take the time to move through an experience or a feeling or whatever it is after something has happened. And there may be multiple layers of that experience and feeling. But we are so distracted, right? We like looking at Instagram, looking at Facebook, watching movies, even reading books can be a distraction. So it's one thing that I'm trying to do is make sure that I have several hours every day of time where I'm not being distracted, which might be taking a walk, meditating, just laying and being with myself. Take it into a plank. You can do this as a forearm plank if that feels good to you. Breathe. Just push the floor away. Hang out. Be with yourself. And then you're going to take one knee down. You're going to go onto your side, open up, And just arm circle that top arm, following your hand with your eyes. Ribcage, lungs, and heart opening up, and change direction. Do you have enough time in your life to process what's going on in your life? And then take it down. Hold your plank again. Breathe into it. And then take your other knee down. Side stretch, circles. Use your breath. Use your lungs. Change direction, following your hand with your eyes. Good. And come in to your plank. Lower it down in 10 counts, going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for a landing. Bend your knees. Circles with your legs. Circles with your feet. Massaging through the front of your quads, relaxing your lower back. And then come in, opposite arm to leg, up and down. Good, and relax. Head on your hands, curl your toes under. Just push up and down. See if you can relax your back even more, relax your neck. Knees are slightly bent so your quads are on the floor. Breathe. And then let's put the tops of the feet down, arms out to the sides, circles with your arms. Change direction. Take your hands next to your chest, arch all the way up. Take it back, child's pose. Breathe in your child's pose. Melt and let go. Big, free flow body and breath. You can wiggle around. Let your child's pose be childlike. Right? This doesn't have to be like a blob of not moving. There can be movement and adjustment in your child's pose. A not moving blob. Let's come into a side plank. On your elbow, side forearm plank. Up, arm and leg, reaching away. Arch back, pull it in. How safe are we to be in uncertainty? How safe are we to be in our unknowingness? I don't know. I'm just wondering. What if? 4 more. 3, 2, last one, and come down. That's one thing I love about Michel de Montaigne, and there's a great book that Sarah Bakewell wrote about him. And in it, like Michel de Montaigne, who lived in the 1500s, he's the first person, he developed the essay because he was one of the first people, or the first person that we know of, to write, postulate something, here's what I think, but maybe not, right? To be in the I don't know. Sarah Bakewell does this great biography of him, which I highly recommend reading, because it looks at his life from many different sort of viewpoints and the way different people were looking at him. At different times, like in his society, later people, 3 more, 2, last one. But to be in the place of not knowing, the place of uncertainty. Like a lot of times people want someone to tell them how it is, and this is right, and this is what needs to happen, this is what you should do. But really, that's not us coming into the intelligence and wisdom of our own system within the world, right? We want to be able to be comfortable and safe in the, I don't know, in the maybe, maybe not. Let's go from side to side, massaging through your butt, massaging through your hips. There's, yeah, many people have sort of a fundamental need to know how it is. And from a certain viewpoint, maybe it's like that. But from other viewpoints, things can be very different. So if we keep expanding our capacity to look at a situation or at life from multiple perspectives, even if it just means that our perspective is here, and then here, and then here, and then here, like what if we just turn our head around? What if we just see things differently? It can change everything. Let's come on to elbows and knees. Up and down, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going for 15, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Take it back. Yeah, to be comfortable in the mystery of things. Take it to drop your head. Shift it to the other side. Go back and forth a few times, letting your butt move to the side, letting your head move in the opposite direction, if that feels okay in your knees. Bring it back to center. We're going to come up, this up and down movement, bending sit bones towards your heels, and then coming back up. If you want to make it easier, reach your arms forward. If you want to make it harder, take it back on a hinge. If it hurts your knees, don't do it. Take it into a downward dog. Curl your toes under, bend one knee, bend the other. If it hurts your wrists or shoulders to be here, just come onto all fours. So I'm going to give you 2 versions of this. Here's the all fours version. You're going to reach your leg up, carry it out to the side, drop it down. That is the move. Or same thing, reach it up, carry it to the side, drop it down. We're just going to go from side to side. So one side and then the other side, either from your dog or from all fours. Last one. And release and come down. So we're going to just do a arch on our back. You can do this with a pillow, a little physio ball, a block. I'm going to grab this mat. There's my extra mat in here. So I'm just going to use this mat. You can roll up a towel, and I'm going to put it behind, like basically behind my boobs, right? So it's behind my chest. Just going to lay and open. Breathe. Letting go, melting and softening. Opening up to wonder. This open space in my chest and lungs, looking sort of out and up, is a place of wonder for me. If it hurts, take it out and just lay it on your back. And it's not that we're going for our hugest arch here. We want to go for something that's not our hugest arch so we can relax a little bit more. If we're putting our body into extremes, it might not be the most relaxing. So we want to be somewhere where we can just let go. Opening the front of the chest, opening the front of the sternum, heart, lungs, letting this whole area open. And let's just do a tap. So like fingertips tapping up at the top of your collarbones, sort of thymus thump area, but moving out. So like EFT would be doing this, a lot of emotional freedom technique, tapping up here. And then if you want, you can add like a oh, add some vibrational sound. And relax that and feel into that vibration. And then give yourself a bigger stretch in there. So just stretch, 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 slowly let the stretch melt and come out of it in any way that feels good to come out of it. So something gentle, not your most intense maneuver. And let's do just a little bit of stretching. So let's take our legs out in front of us, grab on if possible. If you don't have access to reaching your feet here, bend your knees a little bit. We're going to just take it down, and in this forward fold, you're going to do a little butt walk. Walking forward, shifting your weight from side to side. And then walking it back. If you get to the edge of your mat, take it back. So it could be like a really low forward fold or not. Taking it forward and backward. So we're letting the tissue in our body stretch. The fascia, muscle fibers, juiciness of our inner body, getting more hydrated and more elastic. And then come in, roll it up, bend your knees, arch your back. See if you can lift your chest here, open, open, open. And then round your spine, take your waist back and point your toes. So you're not trying to go forward, you're just trying to open up your back. Bend your knees, arch and stretch. You could also just hold it here or here, either way. Point, hollow back, round your spine. Arch, lift, lengthen, and open, and then hollow and curl. And then go ahead and take that down and just melt, let go, breathe into it. Take a couple of deep breaths into the depth of your stretch. And then bring it up, open it up into a straddle. In the straddle, we're just going to circle around our torso over our sit bones. Easy circle. And go the other way. Open it up, reach out. Let's flex the heels, the feet and the hands, and then circle in one direction, ankles and wrists, and circle the other way. Good, and then side stretch, just a big side stretch. Lengthening, thinking of the inner body lengthening out. Turn and face your leg. Walk it into center. And then roll it up through your spine. Open it up, side stretch. Inner body lengthening out, opening, opening, opening. Breathe into it. Turn and face your leg. Walk it into center. And then push the floor away and come up. Bring your legs together. Just give them a bang. Bang them up and down. Rotate in and out. Let it go. Little hit down the outside of your IT band. Down the outside of your calves. And then up the back. Maybe on the inside of your calves a little bit. And then standing on your legs, butt to the ceiling, head hanging down. Release, melt, let go. You can shift from side to side. Come into center, roll it all the way up. Coming up to stand. Deep breath in, inhale, open. Exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Inhale, open it up, fill up, expand. In with the good stuff. Out with whatever you need to let go of. The past. Or whatever it is. Inhale, open, stretch it up. And exhale, shake, 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 let it go. And that, my friends, is the end of the live stream and my weird whatever I'm talking about.